So, hi all. So today I am going to describe that what is Flutter and how the Flutter is different from the app development, from the other app development, the platform. But before that, I want to introduce myself. I am Rajendra Verma. I am a technology consultant and IoT enthusiast, and I am a Flutter developer also. And yeah, that's all. So Flutter is a platform which is used to deploy the app into the multiple platform, but they will be in a common code. Okay. So if I will tell you, so in a Flutter that you have to write a code one time, and the code will deploy into the multiple platform, mainly the iOS platform, Android platform, desktop platform, and the IoT applications. Okay. Now, let us discuss that how Flutter is different uh, from the other app development platform. Okay. So, if you will see the market, so there are various app development program. For example, we have uh, the native app development program. For example, for iPhone, we have a separate app development program, and for the Android, we have separate app development program. We have some cross-platform technology also. Let's say the React Native, the Flutter. Okay, let's say the um, uh, let's say the Windows. I forget that name. Uh, yeah, no, not a phone app actually. Jamlin. Yeah, let us say the Jamlin. Okay. So we have a different of app development program, app development platforms. Okay. So before understanding that how the Flutter is different from the other platform, let us understand the history of the app development. It means that how the app development started. Okay. So when the app development was started first time, it was started for the native platform. It means we have uh, several different type of platform for different type of the OS. For example, the Android OS were developing in the separate using Java as a programming language, okay, and the Eclipse as the IDE, okay, and after that we have the iPhone development using C Objective as the programming language, okay. We have the Windows platform and it was using the C sharp as the programming language, okay. But the disadvantage of that platform is that that suppose if there is any businessman and he is having some business idea, so he have to develop the app in all the platforms, and it was a kind of we can say that the time consuming and the money consuming also. Financially, it was also that the more costly. Okay. So due to this, to overcome this disadvantage, that the mobile development company or the software industry involved themselves to come up with the idea that they will write a code once and they will deploy the app into the multiple platform. So for that, they choose web development as a key, and they have created a web app. So web app was the kind of app which can be which can be used in the mobile application as well as the desktop application, irrespective to the platform. Like you can use the web app in the iPhone, you can use the same web app in Android, and you can same web app in the Windows platform. And the technology of these web apps were the Java, not, it was like the Java and the PHP as a backend, and it was using the HTML, JavaScript, and the CSS as the front end programming language to develop the app. Okay, but the disadvantage of this approach is that it was taking, the performance of the app is not good. The user experience of these apps was not good. Then the technology more engage into the mobile development industry. They will do more concentrated. They come into the more concentrated solution, and they come with that some other, the technology called we can say called the hybrid app. Okay, and in the hybrid app the everything was same, but they kept all the things into the mobile cell. Okay, so it became the hybrid technology. Hybrid technology was also that the little bit good than the web app. It was the little bit good, and after that they come up with the, the cross-platform thing. And the cross-platform thing was the game-changing thing. Okay, and the performance of the native application and the cross-platform technology application was very similar, and it changed the revolution into the app development field. It revolutionary changed everything. Now the clients come to, like, they come to develop their app into the cross-platform technologies, and it was the cost-effective also, and everything was going better. Okay, and into the cross-platform technology, there was the first platform called the React Native platform. But the React Native platform also have that had some disadvantages. Okay, okay, and to resolve that disadvantages, we come to the new technology, and the new technology was the Flutter technology. So this is how the things evolve, and we make changes into the technology, and this is how the Flutter come into the existence. Okay, so now I will revise the thing, okay, once again, and I will explain the Flutter. So Flutter is a platform which was developed by the Google. Actually, if I will tell you in the more brief or in the more detail, so Flutter was the open source project. Okay, and at the very that the early time it was known as the Sky Engine. The name of the Flutter was Sky Engine, and it was a kind of open source, the project. Okay, but in 2017, in a Google I/O, that it was undertaken by the Google industry and accepted as a mobile development platform. So Flutter is a platform, or Flutter is a platform, or we can say that the Flutter is a, yes, you can say it is a platform. I'm not getting the other word. So Flutter is a platform where you can write a code one time, and you can deploy the code in the various platforms like the iOS, Android, the web app, and the desktop. Okay, now let us see that how the Flutter platform developing the app, or how the Flutter app is working with with a different platform. Okay, so let us suppose the gray color block is the app. Okay, and the right hand side is the platform. Okay, so let us suppose that if the right hand side is a Windows platform. Okay, so what the Flutter app will do? Flutter app, with the help of widget, it will render the widget into the canvas of the platform, and the widget will emit and receive the events. directly. So here the native app is directly drawing the widget into the canvas, and it directly communicates the events. Okay, irrespective of the any platform, it can be the iOS, it can be Android, it can be Windows, or it can be any platform. Okay, in case of Flutter there is no intermediate, the communication is direct, and it is a two-way communication. Okay, so the app which were developed into the Flutter technology make direct communication with the platform, irrespective to the drawing canvas, irrespective to the drawing canvas, emitting the event, receiving the event, accessing the services. It can be any type of services like location service, like the Bluetooth service, the audio service, sensors, camera, or it is. So this is how the Flutter technology or the Flutter app is working. Now let us check what if we develop the app in the native way. Okay, so how the app will react. Let us suppose we develop the app in Android. Okay, so the widget will render. We in the case of the native app, we have the set of widgets. Okay, that is defined inside the platform. Okay, and that widget get rendered into the canvas. Okay, so we have the selected widget which will render into the canvas. Okay, that widget will emit the events, the widget will receive the events. Okay, and the app will communicate with the single platform, irrespective to access the location, irrespective to access the Bluetooth, audio, sensors, camera, or anything. Okay, but the disadvantage of this approach is that you can make the app for the one platform only. Although the performance of this app is better, but you can make the app for the one platform only. Okay, this is the disadvantage of the native development. The same goes with the iPhone. It means in the iPhone development we have certain number of the widgets, and that widgets communicate with the platform to draw the canvas, to draw the widgets, to emit the event, to receive the events. Okay, and the native app will directly communicate with the services. And the disadvantage of this platform is that there will be a separate development. It means we need a separate setup of the development. Okay, and this will make a single app. It means you will write the code and you will make the app for the iPhone only, not for the Android, not for the Windows. Okay, so this is the disadvantage of this platform, but this is how the native development is working. Okay, now I am talking about the web view approach. See, the web view approach was using, as I described above, the web view approach was using in the web development, web app development, and it was using the hybrid app development. And in both of the cases, the widgets getting rendered with the help of the intermediate called the web view, and that widget draw into the canvas of the platform. Okay, and your app can emit the event or receive the event from the platform through the intermediate called the web view. Okay, and in case of web view approach, if you want to access the services of the platform, so you have to access the service through the intermediate called the bridge. Okay, and these bridges are commonly written into the JavaScript language. But as I described above, the disadvantage of this platform is that you have to the performance of these apps was not up to the mark. The rendering of this approach was a bit slow than the native development. Okay, yeah, I was talking about this slide. Okay, so the disadvantage of this platform was the performance was not good. So to improve the performance, we move to the cross-platform development, and we will discuss to the React Native approach. So in the React Native approach, we remove the web view, and there will be a bridge, the intermediate between your app and the platform. That bridge is mainly developed into the JavaScript. Okay. Now you can develop the app for the multi-platforms. Suppose this is your React Native app, okay, and it will communicate to any of the platform, where it is iOS platform, Android platform, or the Windows platform. But the communication is through the bridge. There is intermediate, okay. So because of this intermediate, somehow the performance of the cross-platform app was good, but the but it was like it was, we can say, the 70 to 80% was good. So to improve this performance, we remove the bridge in case of Flutter. So in Flutter we remove the bridge, so it achieves the performance. Now the performance of your app is equally to the native development, and this is how the Flutter is different from the other fields. Okay. Now, so this is the architecture of this is the Flutter architecture. In Flutter architecture, the things are divided into the high level and the low level. So if I am talking about the designing, okay, if I am talking about the animation, if I am talking about the gestures, paintings, renderings, these all foundations are written into the Dart programming language. And if I am talking about the lower part, okay, like the access of the, we can say that the access of the platform services, okay, we are using C++ as a that the as the Flutter engine. Okay, so this is the overall architecture, the Flutter architecture, where we have uh, the two variant of the widget. The first one is called the material widget, and the another one is called the Cupertino widget. So the material widget, it means the designing of the widgets is all depend upon the principle of the material design, the Google material design, and this is the architecture of the Flutter. Let us discuss about the Dart programming language. Okay, so the Dart programming language is the source for the developers. Okay, this programming language make the development really fast. Okay, because this programming language is very similar to the Java, and as you all know that the Android development was initially started with the Java programming language. Okay, so the Android developer are more comfortable into the Java programming language, else they are less comfortable with the Kotlin. Okay, so the Dart programming language was very similar to the Java, and because of this, the Android developers can very easily adapt the Flutter development. So this is the advantage of the Dart programming language. And the Dart programming language is also called as just in compiled, or JIT, or you can say that ahead of the time compiled programming language. Because of this feature, the compilation time of the app is very little, is very small. Okay, in comparison to the native development, the compile time. Okay, and due to this feature, the hot reload programming tool was introduced in the Dart, where you can just compile the app in a fraction of second. The apps was getting compiled. Okay, in Dart programming language, or we can say that in the Flutter development, the Dart programming language play a big role, and it improvises the developer tool in a big way. Nowadays, in a Flutter development, we have a various type of tool. We have the variety of tool which make the development really fast. When you will come into the Flutter development, you will come to know that you have a lot of tool, and with the help of the Dart programming language, you will come to know that the Flutter development is very predictable. It means here in the Flutter development, everything is is a widget. Either it is a text or it is a edit area, text area. Either it is a text or edit text or the spinner or anything or the layout. Okay, the everything is a widget in the Flutter development, and due to the Dart programming language, the UI development or the overall development, whether it is a business logic or it is anything, it's very predictable and very fast. Okay, so this is happened because of the Dart programming language. Dart programming language is like it is like a damn good for the Flutter developers. Okay, that you will we will discuss later into this the boot camp. Okay, let's summarize all the things. Okay, so the Flutter provide overall control into the rendering stage. It means the Flutter have the overall control into the designing or the developing or making UI, UX or anything. Okay, Flutter have the complete control over everything, irrespective to the platform. It means it would be any platform, but that Flutter can make a good UI. Okay, and like if I compare it with the React Native, so there is no bridge, and if it is there is the no bridge, so there will be a direct two-way communication between the app and the platform. So it make the performance, the rendering performance so smooth. Okay, the developers have a lot of developing tool, and with the experience of the hot reload. Okay, now with the help of Dart, the UI is smooth, and it is really predictable. And the main thing of the Flutter is that you have to write the code one time and you can deploy the code uh, to the multiple platform. So this is all this is all about the Flutter, and this is how the Flutter is different from the other app development platform. Thank you very much you for coming to this boot camp, and I hope you like the content. And if you like the content, then please subscribe the channel. Thank you.